Hello everyone, this is Dr. Mike Strain with the Louisiana Department of Agriculture and Forestry. We're here at Houmas House with Chef Jeremy Langlois, and we are cooking up dishes with pecans.
Oh man, some of my favorite recipes. Absolutely love Louisiana pecans, and Commissioner, I got a great one for you. It's going to be a seared duck breast with a pecan sauce, a little sweet and a little savory.
Good, well let's get started.
Let's jump in.
Tell us what we have here.
So I got a duck breast. Duck is one of these things, you can find them in most grocery stores now. It's quite common, and the thing I like about duck is sometimes a criticism people don't like about duck is it's got this wonderful skin with a lot of fat on it, which means we're going to have a great flavor. I've taken the duck breast and I've kind of scored it, and that's going to help it render.
So it's just a little slice on the skin.
Yep, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of salt and pepper on each side, and I'm going to get that starting to sear into a skillet real quickly. Just, you notice I put it skin side down.
Okay.
And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use an oven safe pan, skin side down, and then I'm gonna pop that right into the oven and let that start to bake 350 degrees only for about 8 minutes. So we'll just put that into the oven.
So you're on a low to medium height of your
Yeah, about a medium heat, so we get a nice sear, start to render that skin on the outside.
Okay.
And now we're gonna make this lovely pecan sauce. I'm gonna have you kind of help me with that. What we're gonna do is I already have a little bit of butter melted, and again, this is both sweet and savory. So the first thing we're gonna start off is some good Louisiana brown sugar. Get that, and if you can kind of just maybe grab that ladle there, just kind of mix that in. And I often say, of course, we will provide you with a recipe, but you don't really need a recipe. We're just gonna add enough butter and then enough sugar in there where we kind of pick up that butter. And since we're kind of working with all these sweet flavors, we want to introduce something a little more savory. This is gonna kind of act as a little base. This is just some regular old corn syrup. That's just gonna give it a little texture. And from there, now this is something we have on the available at the restaurant, but this is a little veal demi-glace. But if you're at home, I'm a big fan, Commissioner, of you can walk down almost any grocery store these days. In that soup aisle, they have all these box broths. You got seafood broths, chicken broths. Well, you could just buy you a box of beef broth and use it in this place, and that would work fantastic as well. But this is gonna give it kind of that savory flavor and that richness. And of course, once we just got all that in there, again, working with savory flavors, sweet and savory, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, little sweet, little savory. And then finally, we're just gonna go in with some of those pecans.
Beautiful Louisiana pecans.
And get those in there and have those simmering. Now we're gonna go back to our duck, and once it's, again, doesn't take long out of the oven, we're gonna take that duck breast, let it just rest after it's been roasting. Again, we let it sit on the pan side down so that skin gets wonderful and crispy. And then I like to take the duck, once it's rested for a little bit, and just let it slice.
Okay.
Slice it kind of up, and then we're ready to go to a plate. Now, when it comes
that was quick.
When it comes to serving duck, I have a couple options for you, and these are my favorite things to kind of serve it with. And you know what the first one's gonna be is some good pureed Louisiana sweet potatoes.
I want those nice.
That's gonna go perfect with the duck. So just a little bit of, this is just the sweet potatoes, I boiled them slightly, just a little bit of butter, a little bit of brown sugar, and some salt and pepper. I'm gonna take that duck and just kind of fan it right on top of those sweet potatoes. And then I have a little bit of, you could serve this with whatever you like, but I have some roasted vegetables. So we're gonna get those on the plate as well.
Okay.
And just kind of put those around. Great, wonderful color. Just coat it, any vegetables you like in olive oil, put them in the oven just for a few minutes. And then to finish it off, man, you did a great job with that sauce, by the way. We're just gonna top it off with that wonderful pecan sauce right on top of that duck. Really getting some of those pecans. And sweet and savory, that's always gonna be a perfect match for duck. And look, if you don't wanna cook duck, you could substitute something like chicken or pork, and this recipe would work just as fantastically with that.
Beautiful.
And there you have it. That is our roasted duck with sweet potatoes, pecan sauce, and roasted vegetables.
I'm gonna have to try this at home.